Where do CPU cooler fans plug into your gaming PC? Imagine your gaming PC as a busy city that needs proper cooling to keep everything running smoothly. Now, think about where the fans that keep your processor cool connect to the motherboard. That's what we're here to find out. When you're installing a CPU cooler, whether it's air or liquid cooling, the fan needs to be plugged into the right spot on your motherboard. The main connection point is called the CPUFAN header. This header is specially designed to supply power to the fan and control its speed based on the processor's temperature. Connecting your CPU cooler fan to this header makes sure the motherboard can adjust the fan's speed to keep your CPU cool during intense gaming sessions. If you have a liquid cooling setup, the water pump usually has its own dedicated header, often labeled AIOPUMP or PUMPFAN. This port gives constant power to the pump so it can circulate coolant effectively. The radiator fans, which help cool the liquid inside the system, should connect to the CPUFAN header. This way, their speed can be adjusted according to how hot your CPU gets. If your motherboard does not have an AIOPUMP header, you can connect the pump to a system fan header, often called SYSFAN, and set it to run at full speed in the BIOS or through software. Be cautious about plugging the CPU cooler fan into other headers like SYSFAN or CPUFAN, because these are meant for case fans or other system fans, and they might not provide the right control or monitoring for your CPU cooler. Some motherboards, especially certain Asus models, will warn you or not boot if nothing is connected to the CPUFAN header. This is to make sure your CPU stays cool. Many fans use a 4-pin connector called PWM, which stands for pulse width modulation. This allows the motherboard to control the fan speed dynamically, reducing noise and improving cooling efficiency. Fans with 3-pin connectors also work but only provide power and speed monitoring, so their speed can't be precisely controlled. If your CPU cooler fan has RGB or RGB lighting, the lighting cables connect to separate RGB headers on the motherboard or an external controller. These headers control the lighting effects independently from the fan's cooling function. To sum up, always plug your CPU cooler fan into the CPUFAN header for proper power and control. Connect the water pump to the dedicated pump header or to a system fan header if needed. Radiator fans should also connect to the CPUFAN header so they can respond to CPU temperature. Use system fan headers for case fans or other system cooling. And remember, RGB lighting needs to connect to the right RGB headers. Following these steps helps your PC stay cool, run smoothly, and avoid overheating during long gaming sessions. Proper connections also help your motherboard manage cooling efficiently, keeping noise levels down and your system stable.